What's up, everyone, and welcome to Lez Have Cocktails. Woo! So, guys, we're back, episode 7, and we're continuing our conversation of Let's Talk About Sex, baby. I actually love that song.
I remember when I first saw that video.
Yeah.
I had been like 2nd grade.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And it was on my way to school.
But yeah, so of course, as always, before we get started, we definitely have to let you guys know what's the recipe for this episode. So Roxy,
Today we did a Paloma, which is, I think, kind of popular because I feel like I've had it out at a restaurant before. But it's inspired by the Tipsy Bartender, which everyone has seen his post. It is 1.5 ounces of tequila, plus or minus at your discretion. a half an ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. And I mean muscle. Yes, we fresh squeezed that. And 4.5 ounces or less of the grapefruit Mexican soda. And we just garnished it with a little bit of lime. And it's really good. Throw it on some ice. Mix it in a glass. You don't have to shake it up. And enjoy.
Yep, it's really good. Of course, it's really good. It has me feeling pretty good.
Right? I'm already like, woo, how many sips did I have? Okay, where's my water?
That's what I need. Mm-hmm. But, okay, so we're going to continue on part 2 of our topic about sex. The questions are a little different, not so much about the actual acts and what we're doing. So to start off, do you all have to have a connection with someone in order to have sex?
Yes. For me it's yes. I'm not a one night stand person. I'm not a just random sex with a stranger. I have to build a connection with a person, and then I'm able to have sex with them from that point.
Okay, and that's just how you are, period.
That's how I've always been.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, nope. If I'm here just for what I'm here for, then that's what I'm here for. Later on in life, yes, I would prefer it. But like I said, if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Nikki.
I mean, I have to have something, but I wouldn't say it has to be like a connection.
Right, like an
but it has to
attraction.
be something
Right.
there.
Well, yeah.
In order to.
Right, you gotta. Of course, you gotta be attracted to him.
So it's gotta be something.
Yeah,
you know, but yeah.
But it ain't just.
Yeah, I would say.
So mine's a little gray.
Yeah. For me, it's a no. I mean, it's nice when you do have a connection. I will say that.
And sometimes sex connects you more.
Sometimes, yeah.
Or disconnection.
Or disconnects. But, and I'll be honest, I can have sex with somebody and the connection there, once we have sex, there's a connection there, but it's just that. And then once you get up, it's like, okay.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So, do you all think there's a difference between, and these are just 3, if y'all have other words for it, let me know, but having sex, making love, or fucking?
Yeah, it's a difference.
So tell me the difference. I want to know. I want to hear.
The differences are pretty clear. When you're having sex, that could be just somebody that, we both need something, and that's what we're doing. Making love, you have to actually love the person.
Do you really have to love a person to make love?
It's called making love.
I don't know. You could just be like a passionate lover or something.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't feel like you have to love the person.
I don't feel like you're gonna be making love to somebody you don't love. It's a part of the damn word.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm talking about me.
I'm just
And fucking is straight what it is.
straight fuck.
But you can
was gonna do
somebody you
that.
love, though.
Oh yeah. Now I believe all three of these can be done with
In a
a
relationship,
partner and with the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So.
So Nikki, sex,
I'm
making
just-
love, and fucking.
I piggybacked off Roxy, you know. Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
agree.
much the same.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. You have to be in love with the person to,
I don't.
or
I don't know. I feel like making
I won't say in love. I would say love
yeah, you can love a person, but it's
and make.
I don't know
love to
because you
them.
can be very passionate in like the sex, so it could really feel like you making
But
love.
are you or not? It's like you know what you're doing. They might take it as you making love to them, but
Right. So
I guess I think about this all episode on. I don't know if y'all used to watch Being Mary Jane.
yeah.
I
So
didn't watch
on one of the episodes, she meets this guy at a bar. They go back, and so they're about to have a one night stand. But the background about it is she's gone through a terrible breakup. She's moved, so she's hurting, and so she just wants to feel love. So when her and the guy goes to have sex, he's like, "I'll do whatever you want me to do tonight." And she was he's on top of her, and they're going at it, and she's like, "Tell me you love me." And he's like, first he looks and he's like, "Oh my gosh," but he did it. She wanted to feel love that night. So it was like the way they set up the scene, they was making love, but this their first time meeting. They don't know each other, but they were making love. She wanted to feel love. And that's why I say I don't think that you have to be in love or love someone to make love. I think making love is an act.
See, that's it.
I mean, what is the extraness that they do when they make love then? If love is inserted, so what is it?
Because it's an act. It's like you're acting. You're putting on, like you're feeling the emotion. Like he felt her, what she was saying, and he felt bad, so he's like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. So he took his time. He's putting effort into it. He's paying attention. Whereas, and that's what I feel like making love is. Sex is, let's get this nut, let's get it done. I just need to get it. Fucking is, oh, that's where you doing some nasty stuff. You getting down and dirty with it. That's how I see the three. So I mean, I don't feel like I have to be in love to make love. What about you, Ashley?
I agree with y'all. I feel like
Which one?
right, that's such a difference of opinion.
Everybody.
the only thing I disagree with is that I feel like with making love, I feel like it's more of an emotional, a mental connection.
That's
mental.
Yeah.
Like in this moment, I mean, you're always aware of your love, but I'm right now. I'm self-aware. I'm subconsciously thinking about how much I love this person, and I'm putting that energy into our sexual interaction right now. But I think that I think it's more than an act, as you would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a mental connection at in that moment.
I agree with the mental connection. The scenario I gave with the TV show, I think that's what it was. They gave each other a mental connection. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Interesting. So, could you all date someone that is asexual?
No, thank
No.
you.
No.
But for our listeners, what's the definition of being asexual? If somebody does not know.
Okay, so the definition as a noun is a person who has no sexual feelings or desires. So this means an asexual individual, if I'm describing someone, they may still experience attraction, but the attraction doesn't need to be realized in any sexual manner. So that's the definition.
So they don't want to have sex.
They don't have to. It doesn't have to be a sexual thing, like for attraction and stuff like. So they don't have to have sex.
So basically, going to our question part one is they probably won't be initiating sex.
No. More than likely, an asexual individual will not be initiating sex.
So we friends.
No, Nikki. They find intimacy in different ways.
Like
True,
fixing
but
their
like
food
I
and stuff
still
like that.
want to like have sex. Like,
Will they have sex? They just not. It's not something they want.
Well, this is the thing. So I was in a group online, and there were people that were in the group that were married, and their partners were asexual. So they would. Some of them were frustrated. Others, because I think everybody is different. Like some people were saying that their partners they didn't want to have sex at all. They didn't want any sexual activity, nothing or whatever. They just were like, no.
Yeah.
But then there were some who said, well, their partners found intimacy in other things, which turned them on. So it was like they connected in different ways, on different levels. Sometimes by sitting in a candlelit room and just looking into each other's eyes, but not touching each other, things like that. So it's not torture. There are people out there that actually connect on different intimacy levels.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just different for us.
Yeah.
So, we would choose to, but I will pass.
Right.
So you all don't think, so what if someone you're dating, like y'all been together for a while, and for some reason, whatever reason, we'll get a little deeper into that, but they decide to be asexual, what could you all handle that? Like, what would your response be to your partner?
I would be like, why? like what made you come to this decision? You know what I'm saying? Like, for them to just come to that decision and we're in a relationship, what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, because it could be religion, it could be saving for marriage, it could be...
Yeah, no.
So you just don't think you could handle it?
I don't think that I could. Just because I know that I am a physical being, and for someone to get to a place where they're not receptive to me touching them, to being around them, and turning them on. That's not now the way that we connect. When I'm still trying to connect that way,
yeah,
that's gonna be hard for me.
What about you, Nikki? Is it a no?
It's a no.
It's a no. So you saying there's no talking about it? If they come to you and say that, it's like,
I mean, we can talk about it, but at the same time, I'm not there. Like, that's not what we started as. How did we get to this point? Did something happen that I don't know about that we need to talk about? And I mean, those type of conversations need to be had if that's what you want to do. And then we can have a conversation and decide to go forward together or separately.
Yeah. I actually dealt with somebody who did that to me. Like, they were just like, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Like, I'm just asexual. And so I was like...
Was that your first experience with that?
What? Yes. It was my very first experience with that. So I was just like taken aback. But at the same time, I knew that she was going through a lot too. And so I tried to understand and be there. But because I have experienced it, I know that that's not something that I would like to continue to experience. Yeah.
So, I'm glad you said that. So, if something, I understand and hear all three of you saying that pretty much is a no-go. Even after the conversation, like if the conversation don't go into we gonna start having sex, then it's like, no. But what if something tragic, what if you all have these conversations and you learn that something tragic happened to them and somehow it has surfaced, maybe something triggered it or whatever, do you think that you could stay? Or would you ask them, and this is just something that I've heard before, I'm not saying I'm in agreement with it, but, or would you say, well, is it okay if I have sex with someone, like if I get someone, but we still stay together? Like, what direction y'all going with that?
think I would ask them, do they want to go to therapy first?
Yeah.
Like, do you need to go to therapy? Like, I'll be able to support that, and then maybe that'll work us back into where we were.
Okay.
But if that's where you're going to stay, I don't know if I would be able to handle it.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah,
I think
like
that's
that.
a fair response to that. Is therapy. Let's see how we can work through it, but
if they stay, like you said, if they were going to stay in that space of being asexual, you could not stay.
probably not.
Probably not.
And the same for you, Ashley.
I don't know. And I said it because when you asked the question, the first thing came to my mind was like my mom and her husband at the time, right?
Okay.
So my mom was with this. She was married, and as one night he has a horrible accident, a vehicle accident, and he was a paraplegic, and she stayed with him for 4 years until he passed away. And so I think about that love, that connection that she had for him, to know that she just had to go without.
See, that's different.
I
though.
have-
Is
But
it?
no, I
I feel
said
like
if
that's
something
different.
happens, something tragic
See, I
happens.
was thinking you just
I thought you was thinking about emotion.
like
I'm saying-
right.
I'm saying
It
like,
can be emotional.
It
It
could
could be a
be.
mental health issue. It can be a health issue. But my point is that she loved him to that extent. Because some people walk away.
And they
That's
were
reality.
married, right?
Yes. Well, actually, they were married, but at the time, they was actually separated because he had become abusive, and she left him, and she went to live. We went and lived in a whole different, apartment. He had the house. After he had the accident, she went back and took care of him.
When you said, I thought about why did I get married? Because she went back and she took care of him until he got better, and then she moved on, but he still lived. But yeah.
He couldn't talk.
I mean,
He
that's
couldn't
in the
eat, he
vows
couldn't-
of like for better or worse.
But to me, that
but if
speaks
you-
volumes
but what
about
makes
the person
different,
and their
though?
love. And I think that's how I'm thinking about it. Like, if I'm truly in love with someone and they tell me that they're experiencing something, I may not understand it. And especially in a marriage, because you take vows for better or for worse.
True.
So, and we all know life happens. So if something, just like Ashley just explained, like, so if something like that happens, it's like, does sex mean that much? And it can be, I'm not judging.
No, like
does sex mean that much to where, like, you'll be like, well, I'll help take care of you, or would you just stick it out and still be faithful and loyal?
It's a
see,
conversation.
that's why I
It
said
is.
that's
I
a little
think-
different. That's a little different.
Maybe
Like-
like an open relationship.
So
You
that's
need
what
a-
that
you
would
need
bring
an
you
open
to be.
relationship. I don't know. Like, to me, if they get into an accident and we're together, like, I'm gonna be there. Like, that's not a
Because it can
thing.
happen to me.
Right, 'cause it can happen to me. I don't want nobody running out on me.
An accident, and something tragic happened to me. I wouldn't want nobody to run out. But I also reserve the consciousness that people do have physical needs.
Yeah.
And so, I have seen things. I've watched some weird shit before where people
It's
have.
not weird, just a little different.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna say it's weird, but it's a lot different for what we are accustomed to in regards to when something doesn't work on somebody, then they use something else as the trigger point, as their actual like penis or vagina or something. Like they might use their thumb now or
Or their
something
ears.
like that, or their ears, and they're aroused by people touching that and doing things to those areas instead. Maybe that's what it have to be.
I mean, you could get creative.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because you don't never want to not have sex again, but at the same time, if you can't physically do that, then you have to be creative.
So pretty much what I'm gathering from everyone is if a partner just says, I'm just not interested in sex, nothing really happened, I just ain't feeling it.
There's a reason. Like I honestly feel like there is a reason why
Yeah.
they're not feeling. If y'all had a strong sexual relationship prior and all of a sudden it declined or just straight up eliminated from them, they may not know the reason.
Yeah.
Because it could be a mental health situation, but there is a reason. It's just going down to figure out what's the issue.
And if they're not willing to dig deeper into it,
that's different.
You could
if they're not willing.
Yeah.
If they're, I mean, of course, I'll try to. I ain't saying I'm on my mama level of love, but like I aspire to be. But
I like that.
I definitely feel like let's at least try. But you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. So
this is facts. Okay, very interesting. Now, nobody really just touched on the other part. If, let's say that something tragic happened to you all, and would you allow your partner to have sex with someone else?
Yeah, I think so. If I know that I can't perform that anymore, I don't want to watch it and then like that, but I think I would have to.
Yeah.
Like, how could you deny that? They're gonna cheat?
They probably would. So at least this way y'all could be open and know, you know. What about you?
I'm not for open relationships, but in that case, like I said, people do have physical needs, and unfortunately, I would probably have to be like, okay.
What about you two, Nikki and Ashley?
I don't know. Like, I'm just being honest. I really don't know. I can't say, yeah, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, you can go have sex with somebody else. Or like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm on that page. Like, I can't, because I don't see it, but then if you really care about a person and you're in that situation, so I don't know. I can't, I don't have an answer. I don't know either.
I think I would just, if I can't give them that, then they're going to do it behind my back anyway. So why not keep that communication open, them comfortable, and just, like, I can't do it, so do what you got to do.
Very honest answers. So how do you feel, and this is not speaking about someone that's asexual, how do you feel if your partner says that they want you all to become celibate while you're dating until you get married?
How far along is the wedding?
I don't know.
like
we engaged for a year.
Like how far along?
How far out is this? Why are we doing this? Like, is it because of a religion aspect? Is it because of why?
You just want to try some new shit? Like, I don't know. I'm just asking.
I think that it's more so about understanding why it is that they want to do that. Because if you're talking about tradition and religion, we are in a homosexual relationship. And so, like, some things I personally in my space feel like are out the window. Those type of things, especially like cutting out sex and all of that. No, we're not doing that. We'll cut it out the night before, like most people. And I'll meet you at the altar. And let's just do that. We don't stay together that night. And honestly, that's kind of traditional, really. Traditional.
So what if this is somebody that you just met? What if they said it in the beginning? You wouldn't.
That's different.
If you met somebody in the beginning, they were like, "Well, I'm not having sex until I get married."
And this is not the person for me.
Why are you looking like that?
Because I just this is like how I feel about living with somebody. So apparently and obviously, if they're not willing to have sex, they probably definitely not doing the whole living together before marriage. And I would like to live with and test the goods before marriage.
I think I would be open to doing it. I'd
be open to a discussion about it in regards to why, but probably not.
Yeah. I think if I met someone and we kicking it and then we get ready to have sex and they're like, oh, about that, I'm not.
What if they're a virgin?
Yeah, that's what.
What if they're a virgin? What if they've never had sex before? And
I don't want to be a first.
I would prefer not to be your first. I would prefer not to be. However,
a long pause.
I would prefer not to be your first. However, you know, I just feel like I mean, I don't know. I'd be open to it. I mean, at this age, I would just be open to connecting on a different type level. But I also feel like we probably be quickly getting married because
Like,
I'm just listen to me.
To have sex. To have sex. Oh my
No, hear me out. So I'm saying because if you cut sex out, I'm assuming if you're cutting sex out, that's because we're trying to get to know each other on a whole different type level and connect without the sexual aspect being there. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm thinking we're connecting very strongly. You know what I'm saying? So that would push things further just a little bit. You
faster.
know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
you won't be confused about whether or not it's just the good head.
Yeah. So I mean, so I would be open to it. It's not something that I would put on the table. But if I did meet someone and that's where they stood with it, I would be open. I can't say yes or no. I'm just saying I would be open to possibly, I don't know, having a conversation or seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you, child.
You know, when you've been in long distance relationships and went without some stuff, you kind of.
I feel like a lot of your answers are based on your experience of having a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Like you're more open to other things.
Yeah. Because. I mean,
that's how it is when it's long distance anyway. So.
Really?
So yeah, I get why your answer is that way.
Okay. Yeah, very, very good. Interesting answers. Something a little more light, fun. You all always be like, like Nick, it's not.
Because it don't normally be lighter. That's why.
No, it doesn't.
So this is kind of switching gears. So when having sex, have any of you all ever fallen asleep like in the middle of the act? Like while giving or receiving? And if so, how did you feel if it happened to you? And what did you do if you were the person who did it?
Look, I'll tell you right now. Look, I was drunk. And I done fell asleep. Like,
that's that sexy.
I'm just, look.
That's what I'm saying.
Know,
that sex under influence.
It happened. I didn't mean
tricky.
to, but it happened. Look, I had went too far. You know, I was too drunk.
Right.
Okay?
Sometimes you just need to lay down.
You just need to lay down.
You know.
And look, and wake up and do it in. But like,
yeah.
right, like, I started when I should have took a nap first.
Right.
That's what it was.
That's probably. Yeah, I definitely have fallen asleep while receiving head. And that was not good because when I woke up, they was not happy.
Oh, really?
Because I thought I was awake. But then when I thought about it, I was like, maybe I have been asleep for a little while. And I'm wondering, how long was it? But,
like, they let you sleep? Like,
no, I think once they noticed it, then I was already up.
It was too quiet.
I don't know.
It was too quiet.
But, and then the conversation was like, what the hell? And I was like, what? Because I was drunk. Like, we shouldn't have been having sex at that time. But we both thought we was wanting it. And clearly we both were not ready. Because I was just out of it. And so, yeah, I have fallen asleep. And it's not nice. It's just not a good feeling. To feel like, you know, you disappointed somebody by falling asleep. Because they think that it was horrible. And it wasn't even that. I'm just drunk.
Yeah. I don't think, if I know that we've been drinking or that the person has been drinking, I don't really trip about
Look,
it.
I'm about to say, don't
I
hold that
probably
against
wanna
me.
I probably want to go to sleep too. So it's just like because it's taking too long
But
for you to get there.
I do see where it will make me feel a way if I look up and somebody was asleep, you know?
Especially if you think you doing this damn thing. Like if you think you killing
You
it.
think you killing it. And
You think you down there
yeah.
you the business.
And then the motherfucker is snoring.
Ooh, now wait,
Like,
now see,
really?
it's one thing
That's
if
a
you
different
just fall
kind of
asleep.
sleep. That's a different kind of sleep.
But
they
if you
out.
Snoring, you out.
But if they snore now, I might feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah.
What about you, Ashley?
Oh, I feel like when you under the influence, whatever, you may be doing it, be good, then y'all both fall asleep.
But have you done it?
I mean, I've fallen asleep. You know, you just. You just kind of down there. You know, you think you're doing your thing. I'm sleeping, my head just lay on the thigh a little bit. Let's see, I know.
Look, you know what? I'm gonna wake up in a little while.
My
But
head
just
is not comfortable, yo.
Just leave me here.
Thighs, that's why I love them
Listen.
Them thighs will get you, and baby, they feel like pillows. Baby, I'm good.
Yes, but
I am
then
good.
you would a person both of y'all know that hey we lit right now.
Yeah.
You may be getting it in, you fall asleep, and then you wake up, and then you get in some more. You fall. I mean, it's just a good night to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. So, ladies, speaking of gender roles and grooming, down there, the love below.
Sent back flashbacks in my head.
So, what are your preferences?
Of the grooming.
Yes.
Just give me a little tape of fade. I'm good. I'm very good with the tape, but the bush is not okay for me because I can get lost in it. And it also host smells. So I just need it to be low. It doesn't have to be bald, but if that's what you prefer, do your thing. I'm gonna give you 2 days after a shaving though, because them pricks will kill you.
Them pricks
It's like cuts all over your mouth. What the fuck? My face feel like some damn ants.
You go to wash your face and then you like,
Damn, what's it? What's the
did I pick up the wrong suit?
So yeah, I think that as long as it's tamed, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm more of a low cut Caesar type bald. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Look.
So is this like a must?
It's not a must because I done dug through some bushes before. I don't like it, but
I have stopped.
I ain't never dug
because
through no bush.
of a bush. I literally
I
stopped.
have and said, look,
It's too much.
we can't do this no more.
I guess I went to finger someone that had a bush and I just kind of played it off like, it's gonna kind of end it. I'm not. I would say just keep it trimmed and neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand sometimes, especially when you together, like in a relationship, living together, some of your routines kind of slack off a little bit, but just
That shouldn't be one of them.
just keep it respectful.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
I
a nice
get
low cut is
out of
cool.
control a little bit, but not out of control.
Yeah.
But out of control.
And I'm like, don't get me wrong, that's a natural thing. So I'm not tripping about, hair being down there at all.
No.
I'm just saying I don't want to be munching on carpet.
I don't want to get up and have hair in my teeth.
Right. See, that's
Like
the
low
thing.
piss.
If I go up to go to the bathroom and I'm like talking and I'm like, what the fuck
then you
is
be like,
this? And I'm like, look,
My God.
like a cat, you coughing up a hairball or some
I'm
shit.
good.
I ain't with that.
need all that.
Well, what
Like, that's over 2 inches. That's like
2 inches.
2 inches, god damn.
yeah. That's when I had to stop. Like,
Oh,
Now that's
I'm
disrespectful.
about to say, I ain't never had nothing like that.
And I didn't realize. that long. And once I got down there, I was like, I'm lost. Like, I can't find it. And so I had to just be like, I got up and I couldn't even explain. I was so embarrassed for her,
right,
that I couldn't even tell her what it was. And she was like, "What is it? What is it?" And I finally ended up telling her.
She didn't know.
Right.
Was she probably not? Was she used to?
I'm shaving.
Was this y'all first time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, see now, the first time.
You gotta come correct, please.
The
But
first
then,
time gotta
even
be-
with that though, like y'all done had that conversation before about like
Clearly
you know.
we did.
I don't have that conversation.
Fuck me.
So how receptive was she to what you said?
She never came that way again. I will say that, and we did have sex a lot after that. But I was a little leery about going back. It took me a while to go back, but I went back eventually. But yeah, it actually ended up working after a while.
Ashley, what's your preference?
I can't be like dividing parts to try to figure out what I'm supposed to be.
Braiding the hair back.
Parting with a comb.
Now, if I got a braid.
Nah, I can't do it. And I've stopped. Like, well, I ain't started. It's just I can't. It's in my nose. Like I can't. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Let's go eat.
Y'all can't see her movements, but she look like she's swimming.
Right.
But like Anique said, no disrespect for anybody that's all natural. You know, you don't shave at all. Do your thing.
That's yours.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
some
do
people
your
like that.
thing.
It's just not for me because I don't grow hair like that, like period, on my body. So it's like,
And I would say, even for me now, I've never been in a relationship with a film, but I do like being with films. But I can't say I've been with films that they keep it trim, but I don't want to get too graphic, but they definitely trim and keep like this.
I'm about to say since when you talking about you don't want to get graphic?
Exactly.
Since when?
It's been graphic the whole time. Now
you want to be conservative.
Now you want to be wholesome.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
With her drink out. Now she want to refill. So much she don't want to be graphic.
Right.
Well, damn. Well, I'm just saying, like the top part of of that area can be full, but just trim. But like the lips going on down, that needs to be.
That don't even look right. What?
It does. It's kind of sexy. Especially when it's neat, like
I don't know. I just really don't like hair like that, so it's just a thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it if it's like that, because I mean it's a natural thing. But yeah, damn, y'all got on my ass.
But and some people don't like to. Some people just have really sensitive skin too, and their skin don't do well with razors or.
See, that's why you can trim.
Yeah.
That's why you can trim it. Like if that's the thing,
what I
trim
do,
it.
because my hair will grow back wrong, and so I'll just trim it. Just do the little other side.
I hate that phase of when it grows.
I get a wax.
That's what I'm saying. And
Oh,
see, she can.
That brings us into the next question.
If you can handle it, go right ahead.
So how do you people? It's like, how do you feel about? Do you think? Because I've run into this issue where I've dated, like studs, and they expect me to be groomed,
But they don't groom.
But they don't have to. Like they don't have to
I'm
shave
big on that
legs,
shit.
shave down there, like nothing. And I'm like, that's.
Yeah.
But you want me to? But it's a requirement that I go down there. I don't like that.
That's not fair. That's not fair to you.
I know.
I'm just saying, it's not fair to you. Like me personally, I prefer my partner to trim or have it bald. One of the two. Me personally, I get a wax.
Yeah.
And I don't even grow hair like that. But I get mine waxed. And it is what it is.
Yeah, I've tried waxing, and
you can take
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm looking for a model right now. I can't even think of nobody.
Look, I was there for you at one point in life.
Yeah.
And that's
Did you
what
try like drinking or something before you went and got it?
Well, it was so last minute.
Okay, because I'm about to say you probably could like maybe get a little high or drink something,
look,
and it might help you out.
It is
I mean,
very
I
time
be chilling.
consuming my grooming routine, but I'll just do it myself.
But I feel like it's easier. I feel like it's easier for me because I'm not hairy.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me.
Mm.
My shit just come right up.
Well, anybody can come right up.
Some people's just come right up, because, I do wax. It don't matter how much it is. I have had to trim people's hair down to wax them. That's how long they come with it in there. And I'm like,
well, I mean, I could
when
see
was
that.
the last time you was in here, bro?
Is this your first time?
I can see that if I'm paying you to wax me.
Well,
baby.
especially now, like how
What you
everything
do?
been shut down.
You may not know that your hair has to be a certain length, right?
Yeah,
They
it
normally
really
tell
doesn't
you.
need to be over an inch or two, like an inch and a half, really.
Yeah, but
It has
like
to
I
be
said,
so long, but not too long.
Yeah.
Right. To be,
But even with quarantine, like they shut that stuff down for what, like 3 months? And I know some people that was like, woo. They were like, bitch, I'm running to the shop when they come back open.
see, I just
So-
take care of myself. But, with us being familiar with stuff like this, I know stuff to do. So, I'll just do my own waxing. Power to you.
So you trim. I wax.
I trim.
True. Yeah.
I'm the one that wax.
So you the real G up in here.
Damn.
Nikki.
And I wax.
More power to you. You got all my respect for this one.
Okay, so it's staying with gender roles. I guess based on everything that y'all have said, like Nikki and Ashley, y'all are not touch me nots. Roxy, I know you're not a touch me not.
That's funny.
Has anyone ever dated a touch me not?
No.
No,
I
I
only dated
think
film, so no.
I have. I've dated.
I think that I have dated someone who didn't want to be touched in certain areas. But other than that, like, I'm ticklish when you do this. Like, girl, these are nipples. They supposed to be. Golly. But other than that,
No, I've dated a touch me not, and this was during like one of my first girlfriends, maybe my second or third, I don't know. But so I was learning myself. I didn't understand everything, but what it did help me realize is I don't like touch me nots. Like I literally, we had sex. I had never seen her naked. She always had on her wife beater, bra, and shorts and everything. So I mean, it just I learned from that relationship. That's not for me. I need to be able to touch you. I can deal with certain restrictions, but I mean, I couldn't touch her. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't, like, if she's on top of me, my hands had to be like on her back. I couldn't rub her butt.
Woo.
Oh, that is
Baby, now.
Look at Roxy over here itching to get out this chair.
Oh, wow. I didn't think it was like that.
And then this be the trip part. A lot of times they have better shapes than my ass. Like she was like boom bam bam. Yes, like she had it all. But she was like a serious. Like we couldn't acknowledge like our cycles. We couldn't talk about that.
What you mean?
No, like her mom sent her all of her toiletries and stuff like that.
No.
Like she didn't go to the store and buy.
Was she transitioning?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
I don't.
That's extreme.
That's
Yeah.
very extreme.
I mean, she was a sweetheart, and I mean, she was good at what she did, but it was just like, and since that was my first time experience, I didn't know much. I was like, I just went along with it until you start having conversations with other people, and you just realize, like, it doesn't have, this is just your choice. I really was caught up in the stud film thing in the beginning.
Yeah. Definitely in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
I was really caught up.
That's just like, I would say, Ashley and I dating a femme who doesn't give head. And
the
I'm like,
pillow princess.
And I'm like,
pillow princess.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I mean, I'm okay with a film pillow princess.
I'm not.
Why not a stud?
Why-
They both women.
I'm just not.
You're still with the stereotypes.
Maybe I do have a little bit still in me, but I mean, with films, I like to perform. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the ones that interact, but I'm okay with a pillow princess as a film.
I'm not okay with no pillow princess in no setting. Period.
It's a
If
no.
I'm about to work,
It's a no
you
for
have
her.
to work.
It's a no.
Okay, I will not be working alone.
I don't know. I have the patience for, somebody who is used to, because for some reason, I've dealt with a lot of, not a lot. I've dealt with women. Okay, let me bag up out of that. Let me clean that up right quick. I've dealt with women who typically dated like touch me nots. Then they get with me, and I'm like, oh no, baby,
it's a difference.
Like that's not what I do.
I'm telling, that's
so I have to literally like be like, no, this is what it is, and we have to have that conversation. And sometimes you do have to say, okay, this is how this goes, and this is how this goes. And, we'll just work through it. I have the patience for that. But I don't have the patience for somebody who's not willing to even attempt it. Or just be like, oh, this is what I'm used to. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work for me. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a pleaser. Don't get me wrong. I really want you to get yours. I'm going to make sure you get yours.
Yeah.
But, baby, I want to get mine, too. Like, I get mine. I could get mine off yours, but I want you to give me one.
Makes sense.
And see, you talking about that, I'm like, that is so common. Especially like when you're dating somebody new, you get a new sexual partner, it's like us studs have to go through that because a lot of studs out here are so restricted that the person that I'm talking to or I talk to may have been with that person. And now they're with me and they're like, oh, can I touch your breast? Can I touch you here? It's like, I'm like, yeah, like, why are you asking me? But not realizing that the last stud they was with was that way. And so I do respect people that a person that does ask me that question is like, hey, can I touch you there? But it's like, I'm a woman too. Like, I want to.
I'm like, baby, just go for it.
Well, I mean, I have friends that are studs, and like some of them, they're like, I hate when my girl slap me on my ass, or I hate when she's trying to touch my titties. It's like they say I get nothing from it. It's like, so she wants to suck on my titties, and I'm letting her, but I'm literally laying it like it's nothing. I'm getting nothing from it. Mm-hmm. So then, what do you do in that case? Because you got your girl over here wanting to do this stuff, but it literally does nothing for you.
And that's just
maybe
conversation.
It's for me. And I need to do it.
But if you're not getting a reaction out of them, what does that do for you then?
Because I'm sure y'all won't want nobody. I mean, it's kind of a selfless type of situation.
I think that, I don't know. It's two sides to look at it. Like you're saying, like, in regards to, I don't want nobody sticking their tongue in my ear. Ugh. That shit annoys the fuck out of me.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And you hear it like,
and they be so gross with it. Just like God.
I ain't gonna lie. I have literally done that to somebody, like to a partner, just to fuck with them because I know they don't like it. I have literally just walked in the kitchen and been like, do some dumb shit just to fuck with them.
But I mean, in regards to breasts, I mean, come on.
But I'm saying, if you sitting there sucking your ass off on somebody's titties and they laying there looking like,
Well, I'm not gonna do it if they laying there looking like that. Let's just be clear. I gotta have some type of reaction. So I guess I would stray away from it because I go off of reactions.
Okay. So what do you all do if someone presents themselves as one way, like out and about, and then they are a different person in the bedroom.
I think that's sexy. Like if I was dating a femme and she was all uptight, like all about business, out in the open, just we need to get here, that, do that, and then we get home and she just this freak. That's sexy to me. Like a totally different person. Like I think that's sexy.
Lady,
she
she
shows
shows
me
me
a
a freak in the bed.
Yeah, I feel like she's showing me a vulnerable side, a different vulnerability that everybody else does not have access to.
Yeah.
And I think I'm with it.
Yeah.
See, I've had different
I think
experience.
it's two different sides to that as well, because I'm gonna.
I've had different
If you
experience.
present yourself as this, stud, I'm stuck.
Like when you out with, like I've dated people, and when they out, it's like, what up, my boy? You know, everything's all hard. Then and so if you present yourself as this hard up person to me, then when we get in the bedroom, you just like
waiting on me.
I'm confused
What's
because you
want them to be more dominant.
Right, because like out in public, like, you know, this is before
Be
we
you.
ever had sex. So you all hard up and like, yeah, you know, the way you talking and moving. And even when we have conversations about sex, you ain't saying nothing. You talking about strapping and all this other stuff. Then when we get behind closed doors, it's damn near like you want me to just fuck you. So
Yeah.
that throws me off. And I've learned that I don't like that. Like, be like, you can carry yourself, trust me, whoever I'm dating, I'm gonna hold you up. Like, if you carry yourself like that, cool, I will respect that. However, when we talk about sex, do not present yourself to be that hard. Like, I am okay, just tell me what it is you like.
I think that's a little different because it's like you're telling people, if you're a hard stud, if you this and that, then when you in the bedroom, you can't be feminine.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what it sounds like.
No.
Based off what you're saying, because to say a person, like, because I've had films that talk themselves up. I'm not saying they act a different way, but I'm saying they verbally talk themselves up to me. And I feel like there's a difference between the way you act and you just hyping yourself up and you ain't that.
What I'm saying is, I get what you're saying. And if that was the case, yes. But what I'm saying is, regardless of how you carry yourself and appear to the world, when me and you have the conversation, I'm saying when we have the conversation, they're still carrying that persona. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I like to do and strap up. But then when we get behind, when it comes down to the act, everything switches up. Because I'm saying, like, if you have a conversation with me about sex, be vulnerable. Let me know. I'm not judging you at that moment.
Yeah, I feel like, but that's the
because that's a lie.
Right.
How a person just carries themselves.
No, I agree with
that's like a person. I don't think a person, a stud, should be shamed because they hard on the outside around their friends, but when they get with you, behind closed doors, and they trust you, they're more feminine, submissive. Like they shouldn't be.
No, actually, it's just like you said with the film. That's sexy to me. Like that turns me on. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying this person is carrying themselves like this the whole time to me and the world. And the first time I see like we didn't have conversations, we didn't talked about what we like, everything. Then when we get in the bedroom and you see how I am now, you switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like that throws me off. You know what I'm saying? Now you sitting up here looking at me and I'm just like, so I guess the part that turns me off is because now I feel like you lied to me and it's fake. You know, so now that has thrown me off.
Which is, I think people do that.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sure we've had experience with films doing that. I mean, it's people just.
Because I'll tell whether I'm dating a film or a stud, I will tell them when it comes to me and you, be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is how you present yourself to the world, when I'm walking next to you, I will respect you and, you know, allow you to carry yourself. But when it comes to me and you, I want you to be safe. I want to be your safe place. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you don't have to stunt and put on for me, and then when we get in the bedroom, it's something totally different. I'm confused. I'm confused. Girl, I don't want to be confused. Okay, so, well, I don't know if any of us could answer this question because everybody is like film, no labels, whatever. But how do studs deal with films that are too submissive in the bedroom?
Oh, it's annoying. Oh my God, I hate it.
Really?
I absolutely hate it because I feel like take control sometime. Like, yeah, you just laying there, you just want to receive. Like, take control.
Girl,
like, I hate
in
it.
and do some work.
Yes.
Look, be a little aggressive with me, okay?
God, I hate that.
Be a little aggressive. Like, look, I don't want to do all the work.
Because I feel
Like, I don't mind doing work most of the time, but damn, can I get a break? Shit.
Give me a break.
But I'm sure same vice versa, right? If y'all was dating a stud or a masculine person that was always dominant, always wanted control, and
that
never
work with me.
Yeah,
We
let
clash.
y'all. Yeah, so
We clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna clash. So you want, so I can say Nikki, Ashley, y'all want someone, you want it equal.
yeah.
You ain't gotta just be submitting all the time to me.
All right. Listen, all labels matter.
Oh,
Even a no label.
hey, that should be on the shirt. Now that's worthy of a shirt right there.
Okay, so here's a topic, tribbing.
Tribing.
It's tribbing. Why is
Because a lot of people say tribing.
Yeah.
No, I actually Googled it and the pronunciation.
And then had them pronounce it for you.
tribbing. Yeah.
Okay.
What does the Urban Dictionary say? Shoot.
Scissor.
That's what the Urban Dictionary says. Oh, but this scissors. That's what it is. It's scissors.
Scissoring.
I'm like, no, it's tribbing.
Now, some of you all may be wondering, like, why do we have this specific thing as a topic? And it is because it is so frustrating to me. I have
Everybody
dated.
think you supposed to do that shit.
You are.
You are.
No, I mean, but they think that's like the only position.
No.
No, I'm saying
Well,
outside of us.
I wish I would date somebody like that.
I'm saying like outside of us, like the outside world, people who
Like,
are like
that's
hetero.
That's
That's the only. Yeah, that's the
bumping coochie.
right. That's the only thing they think of.
that word right
And
there.
I'm
That's
like-
down south. That's that down south. You're bumping coochies.
Bumping
cats.
I'm like, we do so much more than that. What are you talking
We
about?
do so
Look,
much more than that.
That's how it be in the movies when producers don't know about
Yeah.
lesbians and they just sit there and bump cats the
Well,
whole
see, I
time.
don't even see that in, like, it's so hard to.
The L word.
You know what?
To me, they just
in
always
the
get in
shot,
bed
I
and
can
kissing
honestly say,
the L
hold on, wait.
word.
In the new
And then these
season of the shot,
straps.
the new season of the shot, after the wedding, Lena put it all out there.
They didn't trip.
No, I'm saying she had the stud in there with the strap, and she just put it all out there. I'm like, okay, so this is a real representation of how sex is.
But she.
But did they
is-
give
But it was
head?
just-
I
but-
don't remember them giving head. And
It
that's
was-
No,
it.
she didn't give head.
It
She
was
didn't give
very
head.
heterosexual.
It was very
It was
heterosexual.
very
Lesbian
hetero.
sex in movies are
but
very
very
heterosexual. Yes.
Yeah, but
Very.
Because
but it was
I can't-
different than the whole like just scissoring, as we would say.
But see, and I guess for me it's different because I see what we've seen in that episode on the shot is what I typically see. I do not see the scissoring. And if you do see the scissoring, it's with two feminine women. It's very rare that you see it with a film and a woman that's
Listen,
more
I gotta have it.
That's something.
Okay.
And this is
Give me that time. Okay, write that down. I don't even got to have
And this is exactly why I like having sex with films. Because a lot of times studs do not want to do it. They're like, I just don't get nothing from it.
You just
Fuck
need
that.
to figure it out.
I do.
And it's why I like having sex with films.
I do it. Like I don't. Come on, baby. Let's go.
So if y'all had a film that liked to do that and y'all didn't like to do it, would you allow her to have sex?
No.
Damn.
Why would I let my girl go have sex with somebody else? Explain this to me.
I was like, would you let her do that part of sex with a film?
Why would I? Like,
if
no.
you not into
Because you know they gonna do that. They gonna do that plus
We're
more.
sexually
They not just gonna do that. You know that.
I mouth slip.
And see, that's the problem. See, you see that right there.
This, you know what? This goes
Would you,
back.
wait, guess what? If you want into it, would you let your stud go try with somebody else?
No, because baby,
But
I'm
I'm
gonna take that strap.
No,
And I'm gonna throw it back and ride it like I ain't never done before. No, you ain't gonna have
But
to
you know
go.
what? This also goes back to the cheating. The cheating episode.
Wow.
We here. We in this. They over here
Hey.
talking about something. I gotta go get
Guess what?
somewhere else.
And there's a lot of films out here that don't know nothing about Trib and Tribe and Seal.
Well, I ain't met them.
I'm just saying.
So what they doing?
That's why I'm trying to figure what are two
Pillow
things doing.
princesses.
Even with the
Using a
pillow
strap.
princess, she can still lay there and I can scissor her.
Girl, you better lay down.
Girl. What's the next question?
Okay. And she's like, I'm done. Well, okay,
What was
so
y'all?
scheduled sex.
No.
But what if they're working?
I ain't gonna lie. Look,
Baby,
when
we have
I
sex
get
at
look,
eight.
I ain't gonna lie. I have done it for. Look, I'm working. I got proposals due at my job, and I know. Look, I'm frustrated. I need to let this steam out. I know. Look, baby, I know you tired, and I know you working too. Look, tonight is the night. Look, when you get home, look, we ain't worried about nothing else, but we gonna do this tonight, okay? Like, sometimes you have to.
We ain't got scheduled. Listen, if we ain't that busy. You can do it on lunch. I can come meet you, send some little sexual text, and we can get it in. Don't tell me actually we having sex on Saturday at 3 o'clock.
I thought we were just talking like,
No, that's what I meant. Skills like
some people
like
they schedule. They have it on their calendars.
like a time.
But
Yes.
that's it, like-
I don't want to do that.
like people that are really.
I mean, if I'm sexting, I already expect that we're gonna do it tonight. But I'm saying like scheduled last month. It was scheduled for this month
no.
at 2. Now, only way I'm doing that is if I'm trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, like I can see that too.
Yes, that's
Like if you
that's
trying to get
acceptable,
pregnant,
yes.
it's like, oh,
And
this
I'm
is
ovulating.
and this is
I
peak
need to go
time.
ahead and drop that sperm nut in me.
Right.
Wow.
Go look. Let's go get the. Let's go get the syringe.
Okay, girl. Okay, peaches.
Look, let's go get the syringe and just go and put it in.
Tonight,
I'm gonna hook you
tomorrow
up.
night, and the night after, and then after that I'm tired.
But schedule says nah.
Yeah.
So
we ain't that busy. We
It could be that busy, but
If you are that
it's
busy.
a no.
Okay.
I just wanted to just happen because I feel like that just takes something out of it. You know, it just takes it out. It just sucks the fun out of it. It's just like, oh,
Girl, you want to go to happy hour? No, I can't go. We got scheduled sex at home.
I gotta go have sex.
Babe, it's 2 o'clock. Leave me in the room. No.
Like I'm 2
Nah.
minutes late. Where were you? You was on the schedule. I'm like, bitch, if you don't calm down.
Like you late. Y'all are crazy.
So the answer is no.
Okay, so moving on.
Moving on.
Now this is just a little fun question to throw out there. What about sex on the Sabbath, like Sunday?
Yes. You understand?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Every day. Ain't nobody. Listen, I mean, I respect all religions. But listen.
Look,
Any
we can
day
get it in.
matters.
Look, in my mind.
He ain't watching Monday through Saturday, but on Sunday he watching.
Look, we can get it in before we go to church for all I care. Like,
Listen.
look,
Listen,
I'm just saying.
I'm not coming.
But I will. But I'm just saying, I don't need to say that out loud.
What? I'm about to say.
I don't know if I'm doing it right before I go to church.
Listen,
I'm not.
It's what it
I
is.
don't
We
know.
wake up and we want it. Like, I don't care.
Church started at 10 o'clock.
We woke up at 8.
Late.
Look,
Because I get up myself every day.
that's what I'm saying. I go to the 10 o'clock service. So I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'm not that religious to observe Sundays.
Okay. So another fun question: have you all ever said the wrong name during sex?
Have you done that?
I may have thought it, but I ain't never said it.
No, I ain't that. Nah, cause that's asking for a fight. That's just asking for we about to throw them blows. Who you say?
Okay,
that ain't me. Facebook. That ain't me.
So you never done that?
I don't remember.
I think I almost did, but I caught myself. They didn't realize it.
I don't think.
And it tripped me out because I don't even know why. And I was so glad they didn't catch it because that would have had a whole conversation. And I honestly don't even know why I said that because I was enjoying that person. Mm-hmm. So, but I called it. They didn't realize. But if I would definitely stop if somebody called someone else's name while I was.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I think I'm
gonna stop.
What'd you say? Oh, I thought no.
That ain't what you said.
I ain't gonna lie, somebody fuck around and do that shit to me, I promise you, I would be like, oh, this is a rap. Like, I can't. Like, why would you do some shit like that?
What's worse, cheating
right?
or
How would
calling
you
me somebody else's name?
Yeah, because even if, like that's why I said.
That's definitely gonna make me think that, hey, you have been fucking with this person.
Or either you're dreaming, you're thinking about
this person that's on your mind, not me. So we go be them.
Right, so I'm not even here.
Next question.
Yeah. So have you all ever dated a nympho?
Yes.
I have.
You have? How was that experience? I never have.
Well, I don't think we was technically dating. Well, anyway, it was a lot. Like, I would be getting out of class, and like, I'm like, God damn, I gotta drive out here. Like, it was a lot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't fun?
It was fun when I didn't have homework to do. But like,
I think it's fun at first.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, look, I don't know what's going on with you, but this is not how much I have sex. And I had to literally be like, listen, we can't have sex this much. It's too much. Like, we'll be getting dressed to go somewhere, and she'll be like, you want to have sex before we go? Now I don't, because you just asked me like that. Like, if you would have slid up behind me, put something in me or something, maybe. But now I'm like, no, what's wrong with you? Like, we need to be gone in 5 minutes. And you ain't even dressed. And so it's just like, it's too much. I don't know. For me, a nympho was too much.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really comment. I don't know. I've never experienced it.
No, nympho is like multiple times a day, every single day.
Yeah, it's like initially it kind of sounds fun, but then I guess the more and more you think about it, you're like,
I got shit to do. Please get off me. Get off. I'm tired.
So did they listen to you, or did you just have to give in?
I just let her just do everything.
she became a pillow princess.
I became a sex slave.
Britney Spears.
And she even used to call them sexcapades. I'm like, bitch, I want to go home. I just want to go back to my home, my house,
by myself,
by alone. Like, I don't want you to come there. I just need to go there and rest my parts. Like, it's too much.
So
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay. So to close it out, I guess, does anybody have any last comments, thoughts, remarks about sex? Because this is it.
Sex is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It can be.
And it can be not.
Yeah,
exactly.
It can.
But for me, mostly yes. It is.
Well, I just like to end it. I hope everyone is being safe. Out there, sex is fun, but you do have to be careful in anything that you do. I hope that everyone is able, from listening to us, it may make it easier for you to have the discussion of sex with your partners or potential partners. And so that's really all I have to say about it, but it's been fun.
And hi.
Hearing some of you guys' perspectives, and you all have opened my eyes to some things. If you all have any questions, comments, thoughts, you can email us at lezhavecocktails@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Instagram. If you listen to us on YouTube, you can comment under the videos. Please comment. Like, subscribe, follow us on all or any social media outlets. And with all of that being said, I'll drink to that.
Yeah.